It is bright and peachy here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada for A2C Emergence. I am Dave, joined by TJ. TJ, what shall we be started with tonight?
Well, we have an incredible main event as John Cena returns to in-ring action, teaming with Darby Allin against the Legend Killers. What is going to go down in this match? Let's hope John Cena actually survives this match.
And of course, ahead of his WrestleMania match against Seth Rollins, Bryan Danielson will look to halt Santos Escobar's momentum here tonight on Emergence.
And following the issues that transpired after the triple threat match last week on Emergence, AJ Lee will take on Trish Stratus in a one-on-one match here tonight inside of Trish Stratus' hometown of Canada. Let's see if she can pick up the win.
And to kick us off here tonight, after the events backstage, these two cannot settle in no normal match. Logan Paul, Mr. Iguana, it's a street fight to start Emergence.
What a way to kick off the show here tonight. As here comes Mr. Iguana. Oh yeah, my favorite little lizard thing. That guy over there.
Oh. Well, it's not with him this week now, is it? Where has Layeska been anyway? Is Layeska too Hollywood for A2C?
Yeah, he's retired, I think.
Retired? He's retired. I can't believe this. Anyway, so last week, Mr. Iguana basically kidnapped Logan Paul and sent him into the backstage area. However, Paul would escape this attempted kidnapping by beating the ever-living crap out of Mr. Iguana. So now these two are going to settle it here tonight in this street fight.
We must not forget, as much as you say it was Mr. Iguana that took it backstage, but it was Logan Paul who originally attacked him at the side of the ring during the match between Ricky Saints and Rey Fenix. But obviously, it got very out of hand. Luckily, it was able to be resolved now. We've been put in a match, a street fight nonetheless, so I feel like we're going to get a lot of weapons involved in this match, Dave.
Yes, sir, a lot of weapons indeed, as the intensity has only gotten higher between all four of the competitors, as well as Rey Fenix and Ricky Saints, like you mentioned, are also involved in this debacle.
But there is no better way to start the night than the social media superstar, Logan Paul, the man with the fastest growing sports drink in the world, the man with the best podcast in the world, and a man who not only creates culture, but he shocks it too.
Sorry, did you say best podcast in the world?
Yeah.
You actually believe that? You actually believe what you're saying about that?
Well, I don't know any better podcasts than Impulsive. Well, it's such a great podcast to watch.
I'm gonna need to show you my rotation of podcasts after this. But anyway, Logan Paul is here, and he looks to settle the score with Mr. Iguana here in our opening contest.
Well, the newfound team of Logan Paul, Ricky Saints is a great alliance, but more importantly, it's created a lot of problems for Mr. Iguana and Rey Fenix of the Lucha Underground, which has overall led to this match. But Dave, what do you think about the shenanigans that have fully led up to this street fight? Like, it's been ridiculous between both teams.
I mean, they just won't keep their hands off each other. It's like on sight with those teams. They just keep. Oh my goodness! Right out of the gate, Iguana with an enziguri that is able to give him the advantage in that combination, but Logan Paul able to get out of that, and now Iguana off the ropes. It's no good. Paul immediately escaping out of the ring. He doesn't like the hot start. Okay, they're playing tic-tac-toe. What is going on here?
Well, we've seen Mr. Iguana in very, very strange situations in his career, but what do you think are his chances in this sort of match with this sort of stipulation?
Well, apparently... Oh my goodness, is Paul with the forearm. Apparently this is Falls Count Anywhere too, because the referee is out here with these two men.
They're literally able to go wherever they want around the arena. They're able to just keep it in the ring if they really wanted to, but I don't think that's going to happen here tonight. But as I say that, Logan Paul actually bringing the action back in front of us in the ring.
Trying to get Iguana onto the ropes or something, but that's no good. Iguana tossed to Logan out of the ring, and now Iguana's calling Logan up from there. Iguana, oh my goodness, crossbody's no good. And Logan Paul wisely going into the cover off of that, and a kick it too from Iguana.
A very smart pinfall from Logan Paul. Mr. Iguana nearly cost himself there.
Ooh. Iguana with the arm trap suplex, and now Iguana looking to grab something from underneath the ring. What could Mr. Iguana have here? He's got a table, and immediately put the table away.
Like a lot of wrestlers in this business like to tease us with tables, but it might end up being used later down the line in this match. Obviously, this match has the potential to go the distance with the stipulation. As here comes
Equalizer! He's got the equalizer! That might be it. The equalizer is practically undefeated. Kick it one, all right.
Logan Paul is a man of confidence, which you could sometimes say borders on arrogance. But if he manages to get the job done, I think he could be as arrogant as you want. What do you think, Dave?
I mean, if you're able to back your talk, if you're able to prove that you can live up to your words, then talk all the shit that you want. As Logan counters a little sunset flip there from Iguana. Oh, look at that forearm from Mr. Iguana. These two are going back and forth right now, as Logan has a neck crank stitched in on Iguana, but he immediately gets out of that neck crank. Logan sending Iguana off the apron there. And Iguana kept it straight back up as Logan with the sledgehammer and tosses it at Iguana, but Iguana dodged. And now Mr. Iguana with the combination. It's no good. Counters on counters from these two. Iguana sending Logan into the steps.
Incredible resilience from Mr. Iguana, who just throws the sledgehammer down on Logan Paul's body. These two men just keep getting up. Relentless from the two men. And Mr. Iguana not just fighting for himself, but fighting for Ray Phoenix as well tonight.
Here he goes once again with this table that he's used more times than I've expected. He's actually putting it in the ring? Color me surprised.
He's now left it in the ring. Logan Paul was prepared for Mr. Iguana that time.
And now Logan looking to go to the top rope himself. Logan Paul waiting for Iguana to get back up. Crossbody. This one connects from Logan Paul. And here's the cover to put this away. That was a far distance and a heavy collision and a kick at one.
Incredible from Mr. Iguana to kick out at one from that move. But obviously, Logan Paul, love him or hate him, he's a born performer. Incredible athleticism.
As Iguana here going for the pin off the Irish whip. Maybe he thinks Logan is tired. Kick it, absolutely nothing.
Mr. Iguana's got to do a lot more to keep Logan Paul down tonight. Trying to throw
into our official. She needs a raise. This is the second week in a row.
Oh, poor official. This is... You need to give him more money. You really do.
Now, Iguana trying to send Paul back into the steps, but Paul is just not budging. Iguana, though, with the Hurricane Rana.
Beautiful Iguana Rana, as we like to call it, from Mr. Iguana, now heading back under the ring. See what else he can get.
Oh, my light tube! Oh, nearly cracked the light tube over Logan Paul, and Logan Paul with some it kicks, I guess, to Iguana.
Logan Paul now's got that sledgehammer right to the back of Mr. Iguana, and then right to the front. He's relentless, non-stop with that sledgehammer, now just getting Mr. Iguana up from the ground. Still on the outside. Just throwing Mr. Iguana around, manhandling the lizard himself.
Now Logan calling Iguana up. What could he be thinking here? What a clothesline!
Going for the pin outside the ring. Could that be all she wrote? Big kick out from Mr. Iguana.
Iguana has a lot more left in the tank for Logan Paul. His hatred is fueling him in this match as Iguana with a wasteland on Logan Paul.
Mr. Iguana really making use of the weapons now. Is that a barbed wire baseball bat? Just about misses the mark. Logan Paul managing again to avoid that.
Oh my goodness. The one lucky right, I'm pretty sure it's called. Here's the cover to put this away and a kick it too from Iguana.
Mr. Iguana again managing to stay in the match, but every time he tries to use a weapon of choice, it just doesn't seem to work. But now Mr. Iguana manages to put Logan Paul in the rings of satin outside the ring, and it's locked
He's
in.
got it cinched in. Is Logan going to tap here? No. Fighting out of that rings of Saturn is Logan Paul, and now Paul sending Iguana away to gain some separation. And Logan now has Iguana right where he wants him, looking to send him back into the ring, and he does.
Logan Paul now heading onto the apron, looks to be calling up Mr. Iguana. What could this man be going for here? Big springboard frog splash.
Springboard frog splash connects, and Logan has the table. He has the table. The table has been set up inside of the ring. Iguana pushing Logan away. Knowing that the table was gonna come, and now Iguana with the snap neck breaker onto Logan Paul. That's a far distance.
Mr. Iguana does not care about the distance, flying through the air. Just where he loves to be, on those ropes. Going off what he can do here tonight.
And here goes Iguana off the top rope here. Mr. Iguana with the Hurricane Rana over the top and misses the table.
Well, if Logan Paul managed to go through that table, that literally could be the end of the match right there and then. But Mr.
Oh,
Iguana
but look at
now,
this! Logan is positioned on the table. Iguana, my!
and
That
there it is.
suplex putting Logan through the table. Is that gonna be enough? No, Logan kicks it too.
Logan Paul staying relevant in this match, managing to kick out, but Mr. Iguana not done, continues the dominance, heads to the outside, calling up Logan Paul for a springboard of his own.
Springboard dropkick connects from Mr. Iguana. Iguana has been going over those stairs all night. I wonder what that's about, but I has the equalizer. Oh my goodness, the equalizer. Oh, he was going to do it again, but Logan dodged, and now Logan with the combination, but Iguana able to counter, and now sends Logan Paul into the turnbuckle. Mr. Iguana trying to do something to Logan in the corner, but Logan counters, and once again, these it kicks from Logan Paul.
Well, some incredible kicks from Logan Paul. Can that be the end of the night for Mr. Iguana? Another kick out.
Another one count?
Continuing to just fight on no matter the circumstances.
Look at this. Logan Paul with the back body drop, taking out Mr. Iguana, and now Logan going outside, looking for another weapon. What could he be thinking here? Another table. Another table has entered the equation. Logan Paul has put the table inside of the ring.
Logan Paul continuing the dominance. Another kick. And now just scraping Iguana's face paint off his face. Using the ropes and now going for some more it kicks. I don't
This is
know
the
why.
third time. He just loves kicking him, I guess. Now the equalizer! The sledgehammer to the back of Iguana. Tried another shot, no good. Iguana with a pop-up dropkick. Now he has the equalizer, but Logan Paul with a forearm to stop it. And now here we go. Iguana and Logan Paul back and forth.
Punch after punch, slap after slap, chop after chop. These two men are going at it in Ontario, Canada. We could get a hockey fight. I don't know any hockey teams from Canada. Not gonna lie to everybody, but
there's actually a lot of hockey teams from Canada. You just disrespected like half the nation with that. They're both telling each other to bring it, and here we go. We've got ourselves a hockey fight in the one place a hockey fight should be. We've got it in Canada, and Iguana with the better of the exchange, now sending Logan into the ropes, and Iguana.
Beautiful Spanish fly from Mr. Iguana. He needs to just hook the leg, go for a pin. That could have been the end of the match, but no, he's not done. Picking up a table now, just throwing it down on Logan Paul.
My goodness. Throwing it on Logan. The table is draped over Logan, but Iguana is not going to take advantage of that. Instead, calling Logan up, and what a moonsault into the DDT.
I never really know what to call that move, but it is so impressive from Mr. Iguana.
But look at this. Iguana looking to set up that table. He may have tried to put Logan on the top rope, but that was no good. Iguana countering Logan's offense and now sending him to the outside.
Well, last year we'd be looking at Mr. Iguana and we'd expect him to be losing this match, but for some reason this year he seems to have switched on. Big! Oh my god, suicide dive!
That might be all she wrote. Here's the cover off of the suicide dive to win this street fight, and Logan kicks out at 2. Oh my god, he got straight back up, but Iguana immediately dropping him and going into the cover. Could this be enough? No, Logan kicks out at 2 again.
Iguana is sick of being the prey. He is becoming the predator on Emergence as a Logan Paul.
The one lucky right to Mr. Iguana, but Iguana kicks out again.
This is incredible from Mr. Iguana. I've never seen this man fight so hard in his life. That's how you know that this is personal. I mean, I've commentated over a lot of Mr. Iguana matches. I've seen some shit performances, I'm not going to lie. But
oh god, he's got the stop sign completely missed.
No, I'll give
he didn't even throw it very far. Oh! But the sleeper slam on the stop sign, and now Logan with the boot to Mr. Iguana here. Logan, is he going to go back to the top rope? He is. Logan Paul back to the top rope, an elbow drop. It connects, cover on Iguana. Could this be enough to win this street fight? No, Iguana kicks out again.
And after a devastating elbow like that, I would not assume anyone gets up. But Mr. Iguana managing to kick out again. Logan Paul's pissed off. He's got that right tube again. But no, unable to use it again. These two men are stopping each other.
No, not the referee. Oh my god! He's onto the stop sign! Here's the cover by Mr. Iguana to put this away! No, Logan kicked out again!
That was really, really smart from Mr. Iguana. Obviously threw Logan Paul towards the official. Logan wasn't looking instantly. And there's a Pele kick. Mr. Iguana, he's fired up. Some would say he's cooking right now.
And look at this, Iguana with the snap suplex onto Logan Paul. Iguana continuing his punishment, continuing this all-out assault on a former boxing fighter, but Logan able to get away from the stop sign. Iguana immediately calculated it though. It's like he's got all of Logan read out here as Iguana off the top rope with the elbow, but he missed. Logan Paul dodged it. And off the apron goes Iguana, and Logan Paul with a cover to just try and get some reprieve. And it's no good. Iguana kicks out.
Now Logan Paul went to go for the head of Mr. Iguana, but no. Mr. Iguana, big kick, but Logan Paul takes minimum damage. Now just dropping Mr. Iguana right on his back, going for another pin on top of the stop sign. Referee getting into position. That could be all she wrote. No, Mr. Iguana is still kicking.
The resilience of these two in the opening match of this Emergence. I mean, I can't believe my eyes here. As Logan Paul with the stop sign onto Iguana, that connects. And is that going to be enough? Here's the cover from Logan. Referee in the perfect position here. And it's another kick out at 2.
This is getting ridiculous. Mr. Iguana should not be still fighting after all he has been through in this match. But now throwing it into the official again.
You guys have got to stop doing this to our referee as Iguana sends Logan off the apron. And now here he goes with the stop sign. Oh my goodness! Just threw the stop sign right at Logan Paul, picks Paul back up, and sends him into the referee again. What is wrong with you?
Well, it seems the corner of that stop sign might have just caught Logan Paul in the face. He seems to be busted open just a little bit, but I'm sure that will open up more if this match continues for any longer. Now the two men managing to get on top of each other, but no, Logan Paul now going for the 3 amigos.
Look at this. This disrespect. The third connects from Logan Paul, and we have the pin off of the 3 amigos. Iguana has kicked out again.
I have no idea how to even explain what we are actually witnessing here. Mr. Iguana is still fighting through everything that he has been through. Logan Paul doesn't know what else to do. He's setting up that table once again.
He may have to set it on fire if he wants to stop Iguana, but look at that! That right hand from Logan Paul, and now Paul sending Iguana to the corner. There's a splash.
Well, it seems Logan Paul has added a bit of colour to Mr. Iguana's face, and now just stomping on the hands, on the fingers of Mr. Iguana.
Tried to use the sledgehammer. That's no good. Logan Paul with the combination. It perfectly sets Iguana up on the table, but Iguana counters. And Iguana with his own combination on Logan Paul. Now Paul trying to get the best of Iguana, but Iguana counters. It's back and forth here as Iguana with the fisherman suplex, but Logan Paul reverses into a pin. Is this going to be enough? No! Iguana reversing the pin on Logan Paul. Is this it? No, it's no good.
Well, the two men were looking to steal the win, and that's still not enough to put them away. Now Mr. Iguana's looking to fly, looking to throw Logan Paul around. Incredible. Just throwing
the sledgehammer right at Logan Paul. That has got to be it. Here's the cover to put this one away. And Mr. Iguana has put down Logan Paul.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, Mr. Iguana is on fire this year now, picking up another victory against Logan Paul, doing what he had to do. And honestly, that win was very much deserved here tonight.
That might be one of the biggest wins of Mr. Iguana's career here in A2C. What a match, what a victory for Mr. Iguana.
Well, next up we have another heated rivalry in AJ Lee versus Trish Stratus, so I'm sure it's just going to get even more action-packed from here.
Yes, sir. As Trish Stratus is also here in her hometown of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But first, here comes one of the craziest people here in A2C, AJ Lee.
And it's time to light it up, Dave, because here comes AJ Lee. As you've just said, this woman, she's stated her anger online about her first loss on her record, not even really being her fault.
Look at this! Look at this! Stratus is attacking AJ Lee before the match! Stratus now assaulting AJ Lee.
Stratus making the most out of the fans being behind her in her hometown. Just a big splash onto AJ Lee. AJ Lee, as I was mentioning, she stated her anger online about Trish Stratus getting pinned in that triple threat and AJ Lee not actually being involved. And now Trish Stratus is showing her what it is all about.
Those
That
two
AJ Lee
got
deserved
into
that loss.
those two got into an altercation backstage after the match, and now they're continuing this altercation. We may need to get these two separated. We may not be able to even have a match between these two here tonight.
No, I was really looking forward to this match as well, Dave.
Yeah, me too. But nonetheless, AJ Lee continuing to exude her punishment onto Stratus. As Lee trying to grab a hold of Stratus, but Trish counters, and Trish now sending AJ Lee into the barricade in another barricade shot, and now sending her to the barricade once again. Trish with another shot on this barricade.
Well, AJ Lee was attempting to fight back, but it seems Trish Stratus has got the best of her once
again. Get out of the way, TJ. Get out of the way.
I'm moving backwards. They're taking apart our announce table here. My waters went everywhere.
I needed that water, Trish. Now, Trish. Oh my goodness. Swinging neck breaker there on AJ Lee. As these two may not ever make it to the ring. This match is going to have to be called off, I think. Oh no. Oh no. AJ Lee has a hold of Stratus Oh my goodness! The table did not give as AJ Lee powerbombed Stratus onto the table.
Her back just hit straight off the corner of our announce desk here.
Oh God!
Now, it might be AJ Lee.
Oh God! What is Trish doing? Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Trish! Not Trish! Trish Stratus with the moonsault, putting AJ Lee through our announce table.
Devastating scenes, destruction at ringside. Trish Stratus with the final nail in the coffin to AJ Lee. These two women are going to have to be separated here tonight.
This match will definitely happen at some point, but not tonight. As Stratus gets the better hand of AJ Lee, we need our desk repaired stat.
My waters went everywhere. The desk's in 17 billion pieces. But our next match, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a big match here tonight. As here comes the newest member of the Vision, one half of the A2C Tag Team Champions, Bryan Danielson.
Danielson, of course, capturing the tag titles with his new faction mate Obafemi at Elimination Chamber.
Oh, last year it wasn't really looking too good for Bryan Danielson. He had 18 losses, only 9 wins, but since aligning with the Vision, with Seth Rollins, the A2C World Champion, he's been such an incredible mentor, not only to Danielson, but to Obafemi as well. Seth Rollins managing to pick out the weak links of the Vision, replacing them with people he trusts and people he has faith in, like Bryan Danielson. And Danielson has just proved that over and over again.
Indeed, he has, but it's no small task for him tonight, as Seth Rollins hopes that he can soften the blow against Santos Escobar.
Well, this is really a battle between consistent quality in Bryan Danielson and inconsistency, but still quality nonetheless. Due to no fault of his own, Santos Escobar over recent time. I mean, he's had those massive moments, winning the Royal Rumble, calling out Seth Rollins, beating one of his biggest rivals. But all of those massive moments have mainly came on PLEs, but this is the first time Santos has appeared on Emergence in a very long time, which I believe has been for his own safety away from that scumbag Swerve Prickland. But this is his moment to now make his way forward to WrestleMania, because we know that he managed to pick his opponent, that being Seth Rollins. Tonight he faces one of Seth Rollins' own, Bryan Danielson.
You said Swerve Prickland?
Yes, I did.
That's a good one. I approve of that one. As Santos Escobar looks to make short work of Bryan Danielson here tonight ahead of his championship match at WrestleMania.
Well, it's going to be a hard task for both men to take down their opponent tonight. Bryan Danielson and Santos Escobar both Two men that are undefeated in 2026. Whose record is going to be broken? I guess we're going to have to find out as the match kicks off, ladies and gentlemen.
And it kicks off with none other than some chain wrestling.
I love some good old chain wrestling. Bryan Danielson looks to be gaining the advantage, gaining the upper hand. Little cheap shot already to Santos Escobar.
No respect shown for Danielson as Danielson, oh my goodness, snap German through the ropes.
Beautiful from Bryan Danielson, starting quick. You can tell he's been given a task by the Visionary and now he just has to fulfill it. That is his job.
Danielson, the full Nelson suplex, taking down Santos Escobar as Danielson picks Escobar back up to engage in some more chain wrestling. Escobar now with the headlock on Bryan Danielson. Of course, Escobar was able to put away that Swerve Prickland at Elimination Chamber.
It was an incredible match nonetheless, but Santos Escobar managed to pick up the win. But can he win against Bryan Danielson, who seems to be in very much control starting off this match, already getting a 2 count?
Very good shape is Danielson. Escobar with the counter on Danielson. He has an opening here as Escobar with the drop kick to Danielson. That was innovative as he now picks him back up, goes for the kick. It's no good. Danielson looking to send Santos into the corner, but Santos with a counter. And now Santos spinning Danielson around. And now just wrenching the arm of Danielson here, taking him down. But Danielson with the counter as well. Another Irish whip reversal into the same corner, and wrenching the other arm is Santos Escobar.
Santos Escobar, a man with so much history in being in big matches. We've seen him win the world title before. We've seen him lift the Genesis Championship. What's to stop him winning another world title at WrestleMania?
He is for sure world title material. I don't think anything is going to stop Escobar, but Danielson is looking to at least halt him in his tracks before WrestleMania, as Danielson has Escobar right where he wants him. Goodness!
Bryan Danielson really putting on a show tonight.
A little bit of a wicked stepsister there from Bryan Danielson. Now Danielson, oh, but Escobar gets right back up, has Danielson right where he wants him, a victory roll position, but Danielson immediately countering that victory roll into his own pin, and Escobar kicks out at 2.
Bryan Danielson instantly just calling up Santos Escobar, who looks to maneuver his way out of the situation. Now, beautiful combination ending in a drop kick. Santos Escobar gaining a moment to himself now. Springboard, frog splash straight onto Bryan Danielson, now hooking the leg. I'm sure that's not going to be it, because Bryan Danielson already kicking out at 1.
Now Escobar looking to try and figure out what else he can do here against Danielson as he calls him up once again. Escobar is going to go to the middle rope here. What could he be thinking? Missile drop kick is no good. Danielson was able to dodge and counter, and now Danielson, oh, reverse suplex.
We've spoke about the Vision a lot. Danielson, a man with many allies within the Vision. Santos Escobar, he has forever been a solo soldier. He goes to war by himself, but he manages to get the job done. Santos, he's got all odds stacked against him, with obviously picking Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. But we've seen how many times the Vision has got involved to help Seth Rollins.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Oh shit.
What?
Okay.
Escobar. For the first one, Avalanche, Phantom Driver, hooks both legs onto Danielson. Is that going to be enough? No, Danielson kicks out at 2. He started with the Avalanche Phantom Driver. He wants to put Danielson away as quick as possible before WrestleMania.
Well, I was going to say, do fear what Santos has coming up for him on his run to WrestleMania, but it seems he has nothing to worry about, because this man is putting on a show here tonight. Bryan Danielson,
look at this.
Looking to take him to the ground.
Here we go, the bell lock. The label lock from Danielson. He's got it cinched in on Escobar. Is Escobar going to tap out here? No. Escobar with the counter on Danielson.
It's a very difficult submission to maneuver your way out of, but Santos Escobar now looking for a Mexican destroyer to Bryan Danielson.
Is that going to be enough? Escobar with the cover. No, Danielson kicks out at 2, but oh, the corner again. That is not where you want to be right now with Santos Escobar, as he's going to try and do it again, but Danielson was smart and was able to counter it this time, and now Danielson with the finish with the small package driver. Small package driver from Danielson. Here's the cover to put this one away, and Escobar kicks out at 2.
These two men truly going back and forth here tonight. And Danielson really doing his job, but Santos Escobar not allowing him to get the advantage that he wants. Santos Escobar now calling up Bryan Danielson, and he's clearly not done with him heading to the middle rope. What is Santos Escobar looking to do? He's looking to fly. Big crossbody and now a big leg drop.
Escobar, from my viewpoint, has the advantage on Danielson, but as I say that, Danielson with the counter, and now Danielson once again. Here we go again, another label lock on Escobar. He's got this one cinched in. Is Escobar going to tap here? No! Escobar once again countering the label lock from Danielson.
And that one was really in the center of the ring. Somehow Santos manages to escape now. Incredible knee to the face of Bryan Danielson, now calling him up. Santos Escobar clearly not done here tonight.
Escobar trying to drag Danielson away, but Danielson was able to counter. What a clothesline! What a clothesline from Danielson, as now Danielson brings up Santos Escobar, and he was trying to go for the label lock again, it looked like, but Escobar was with a counter, and now Escobar has right where with a phantom driver. It connects on Danielson. Here's the cover from Escobar to put away one half of the A2C Tag Team Champions. No, Danielson kicks out at 2.
Danielson holding on to that unbeaten record this year. What is it going to take either man down here tonight? Santos Escobar heading to the ropes once again, flying halfway across the ring, unluckily missing the mark. Bryan Danielson moving out of the way strategically, now targeting the arm of Santos Escobar.
Oh, and a measured elbow strike there, but Escobar immediately up, and now here we go. Escobar and Danielson back and forth that these two men go. Danielson
could be on the rise. I still don't know any hockey teams.
The Toronto Maple Leafs. Duh.
Oh yeah.
That's this city's team. As Danielson, no hockey fight there with the better of the exchange, but Escobar has Danielson with the Phantom Driver. Escobar has hit the Phantom Driver. He has hit the Phantom Driver. Danielson goes in for the cover, but Obafemi has pulled out the referee, and now Escobar trying to get his licks on Obafemi, but Obafemi just ate that shot. Escobar and Femi going back and forth here.
Well, we spoke about the numbers game. Santos Escobar's now got Obafemi to deal with. Big low blow. Doing what he has to do, Santos Escobar.
Doing whatever it takes to get the Vision out of the equation, but oh no.
We have spoke about him so many times here tonight. The Visionary, the Revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins is in the building. The A2C World Champion is here.
What could he possibly be thinking as Escobar is looking down here, but it was a distraction. Obafemi, the numbers game, absolutely getting a hold of Santos Escobar as Femi now with the fall from grace on Escobar, and Danielson is calling Escobar up with the Busaiko knee. Busaiko knee by Danielson. Referee has come to, and Bryan Danielson was able to defeat Santos Escobar thanks to the numbers game from the Vision.
Well, it took 3 men to take down Santos Escobar, bringing him his first loss this year. Bryan Danielson remains undefeated. When you have the numbers game on your side, you may as well use it. The vision, very tactical, but no, Seth Rollins.
Look at this.
Look
at this. This is just unnecessary. This is just unnecessary.
Seth Rollins looking to go for a curb stomp right onto the concrete floor. His opponent at WrestleMania, Santos Escobar.
Adding insult to injury is Seth Rollins. But really, is it an insult? It took 3 people to take down 1 guy.
I wouldn't say that's an insult. I'd say that is a compliment to Santos Escobar's strength, to Santos Escobar's resilience within that match. They needed all the help they can get to take him down. At WrestleMania, it might be a different story.
But of course, the women's action here tonight is not over, as here comes one of the newest additions in A2C. Blake Monroe is here.
Well, as you mentioned, the newer competitor in the women's division. We have seen a little of her since her debut at the start of January, when it was none other than R-Truth who cost her the match against Becky Lynch. She lost the match.
Since Truth no longer has a job, you know how that turned out. But nonetheless, Blake Monroe is here, and she has another opportunity, a big opportunity, and she goes one-on-one with the women's champion, Roxanne Perez.
This is an opportunity for Roxanne to beat Blake Monroe without any help like Becky had help. But Blake Monroe is a massive opportunity for her to try and pin the current champion. Think about what that'll do for her A2C career.
It would do wonders for her career. It would put her in the conversation ahead of that match against Becky Lynch. But of course, here comes the women's champion of A2C, the two-time women's champion, Roxanne Perez.
Well, the belt is bigger than her, but we don't have to point that out.
You just pointed it out.
After a pretty underwhelming performance on Overkill on Monday, getting pinned by her Saturday night main event opponent, Becky Lynch, in that tag match, she stated on social media she's looking to take out some anger on Blake Monroe before the big night defending her title. Roxanne Perez has been an incredible superstar when it comes to being a competitor, as we've seen. First 2-time women's champion, but for some reason it seems when she has the title there's some added pressure. She doesn't seem to perform up to the levels that people expect her to. Do you think that it might be different this time around, Dave? Do you think she can actually pick up a couple of wins here tonight? Well, not a couple of wins tonight. A couple of wins in general.
You have to do the work to become a 2-time women's champion. I mean, she's the only one that A2C has ever had so far in the title's short history. But like earlier, you mentioned that it was bigger than her face, and like we're not glossing over that. You said not to mention it, and you mentioned it anyway. I wasn't gonna mention it for the record, but you did anyway.
Yeah, but I'm sure the fans at home are probably screaming that the title's too big.
Probably. And now Roxanne Perez, it's the second move. Frog splash off the top rope to Blake Monroe. She's going off the top again. She's going off the top again. Roxanne Perez with the moonsault. And the pin from Perez. Is this going to be enough to take out Blake? No, a kick out at 2, but it was close.
Already a 2 count after 3 moves. Roxanne Perez was not wrong when she said she wanted to get some anger out. A frog splash, a moonsault. Now continuing the dominance on Blake Monroe, who's now looking to fight back.
Here goes Blake. Blake with the backbreaker on to Roxanne Perez. Of course, Blake Monroe believing that glamour is forever and believes that everything about her is glamorous, but Roxanne Perez is looking to prove that the glamour is all just a facade, as Roxanne Perez with the drop kick onto Blake. These two switch spots in the ring, and oh my goodness, get in the ring, please. Thank you.
Well, you mentioned Blake Monroe lives by the motto that glamour is forever. There's one thing that's glamorous, and that's the A2C Women's Championship. If she is able to beat the champion tonight, she may one day be able to lift that championship and then be even more glamorous than she already is, Dave.
Maybe so, but in order to get there, she definitely have to beat the women's champion here tonight to be in that conversation as Blake Monroe with the roll-up, trying to get it on Roxanne Perez. Here's the cover to put this one away. Roxanne kicks out at a 1.
You have to remember a roll-up pin was the way that Roxanne Perez originally lost her championship to Sky Blue, who also no longer works here, but that is okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Blake with the elbow, but Roxanne able to get away from that elbow drop, and now Blake Monroe taking Roxanne Perez into the ropes, and once again wrenching the arm of Perez. No, I think it's the other way around this time.
Roxanne Perez managing to try to keep Blake Monroe in the corner. Blake Monroe managing to always fight out. That's the second or third time. Big DDT.
And now Blake sitting Roxanne Perez up, and tried to go for that snap neckbreaker. Now here's Roxanne Perez, impaler DDT.
Already hitting massive moves is Roxanne Perez early in this match.
But she is not done.
Blake Monroe in the corner again.
Oh, but here goes Blake! What a knee strike from Blake Monroe, taking out Roxanne Perez. Here's the cover to put it away, and a kick out at 2 from the champion.
That knee looked devastating from Blake Monroe.
Oh,
here comes Roxanne Perez.
Oh, but it's a rope break. Blake Monroe with her foot right on the ropes, but Roxanne Perez is looking to have a strong follow-up to that Rock's face as Perez went for the Meteora, but it's no good. Blake Monroe with the Irish whip now sending Roxanne Perez into the corner. Perez now reversing and went for a shot that was no good, but that one connected as Perez off the corner. Here she goes. Arm trap into the Hurricane Rana, and now the cover from Roxanne Perez to put away the newbie and Blake Monroe, and a kick out at 2.
Well, I'd say that Blake Monroe might have been a little bit lucky to be near the ropes when that Rock's face was locked in. We have to remember Roxanne Perez eliminated 3 women with that match in the Elimination Chamber to win this title, but Blake Monroe...
Oh, but here goes Blake Monroe! What a devastating move there from Blake Monroe, and now here's the cover off of it to beat the women's champion in a kick out at 2.
Blake Monroe putting on the performance of a lifetime, showing what she is truly capable of to all of these A2C fans in Ontario, Canada. Big German suplex for the champion.
What a German! That spiked Roxanne Perez, and now Blake Monroe is calling Perez up. What could she be thinking? Here, cross body.
And the pin. Perez being in control, but now Blake Monroe has her opportunity. Big kick out from Roxanne Perez, and the fight still continues, ladies and gentlemen.
It is not going to be enough as Roxanne Perez, oh, monkey flip. The monkey flip from Perez, and now Perez calling up Blake Monroe, and here goes Roxanne, the prodigy, the 2-time women's champion. What a kick! Sending Blake into the corner, and now Roxanne Perez with the uppercut in the corner. Here's the cover to put this one away on Blake Monroe, and kick out at 1. That referee was counting slow.
I mean, can you really blame the referee? She's taken about 17 bumps just tonight, but now Roxanne Perez looks to be calling up Blake Monroe, and she looks to lock it in again.
This time there's no ropes. There's no ropes to save Blake Monroe as Roxanne wrenches it in on Blake, and no, she lets go. Felt her grip slipping there as now Roxanne Perez with the moonsault corkscrew onto Blake Monroe and calling her up again.
Locking it in again. If she looks to lock it in again, no, this time. Oh, she looks to go for a pop rocks, but Blake Monroe managing to reverse it that time.
And now here goes Blake. Blake is now calling up Roxanne Perez, and once again, Blake has her up, and down goes Roxanne Perez. Here's the cover for Blake Monroe to pin the women's champion. Kick out at 1.
Roxanne Perez kicking out at 1. From what looks to be one of Blake Monroe's most deadly moves. Now Roxanne looking to gain control again. These 2 women have been back and forth this match. Blake Monroe truly putting on the performance of a lifetime, ducking under, lifting her over. The sidewalk slam from Blake Monroe onto the champion.
And here she goes again. Here she goes again for another time. That driver for Blake Monroe, it connects, hooks both legs of the champion. Could this be enough? Roxanne kicks out at 2.
Roxanne Perez still somehow in this match. She's been lifted and dropped 3 times. Blake Monroe looks to need to do a little bit more to put her away now, heading to the middle road.
Okay. Blake was able to recover off the botch, though, and then now another botch. And now here goes Roxanne. Oh my goodness, she caught her with the leg. What is happening? I don't know. Roxanne, and now here we go between Blake Monroe and Roxanne. Off of many missed moves and botches, we have somehow ended up in this back and forth predicament.
Now Blake Monroe asking for more from Roxanne Perez. Big chop now. Blake Monroe still asking for more.
She keeps telling Roxanne to bring it. And here we go. Once again, interrupt Ontario, Canada. And we have ourselves a hockey fight. No one getting the better of the issue. Roxanne Perez, once again, the Rock's face cinched in on Blake Monroe. She's got it drenched deep. And Blake Monroe taps. Roxanne Perez making a statement here tonight.
And the third time was the charm for the Rock's face.
Oh, but it's Becky Lynch! Becky Lynch! Manhandle slam on Roxanne!
Roxanne Perez's opponent at Saturday Night Main Event, Becky Lynch, looking to take out Roxanne Perez after a match. 2 manhandle slams, sending a message to the champion.
Oh, but look at this. Ahead of Saturday night's main event, Becky Lynch gets the upper hand on Roxanne Perez.
Well, Becky Lynch truly sending a message that she is coming for that A2C Women's Championship. But can she get the job done at Saturday Night Main Event?
And speaking of Saturday night's main event, and speaking of after Saturday night's main event, here it is, the official theme for WrestleMania, Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z.
Don't forget Alicia Keys. Perfect song for WrestleMania, as we also have Gunther versus Kofi Kingston, the rivalry that has kept us all on our feet, the rivalry that has created police to get involved. We have to bail them out of prison for this match. These two men are not allowed to touch each other until WrestleMania. What a hell of a match that is going to be.
And what a hell of a match that this one will be, as Uncle Howdy has basically attempted to murder Austin Theory, but it has not done him any favors. Those two collide in 3 stages of hell.
As we saw earlier tonight, it will be Seth Rollins defending his A2C World Championship against Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar is looking to pick up the second world title of his career against Seth Rollins.
But of course, the last stop on the road to WrestleMania, Saturday night's main event, a retired Johnny Gargano will address the A2C universe.
And there will be that contract signing between Gunther and Kofi Kingston for their big WrestleMania match. I'm sure there's going to have to be a lot of security surrounding these two men during that contract signing, but I guess we're going to have to see.
And of course, just recently announced Carmelo Hayes will take on The Miz for the A2C Genesis title. Saturday night's main event, Carmelo Hayes looking to add to his championship repertoire.
And as we have literally just seen, on March 14th in Boston, Massachusetts, Roxanne Perez will defend her A2C Women's World Championship against the woman who has just attacked her, Becky Lynch.
And of course, Danhausen, John Cena. Can Danhausen do it? Can Danhausen be the one to retire the GOAT, the 17-time world champion, and once upon a time, John Cena? Will he be able to retire him?
Main event so will face a mystery opponent that we have not yet found out. The winner challenges for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania.
But before that, it is now time for our main event. John Cena, Darby Allin, tag action against the Legend Killers. Can Danhausen pick up some momentum, or will John Cena halt it before Saturday night's main event?
It's a moment I've been waiting for my whole life. But first, here comes the Legend Killers.
The moment you've been waiting for your whole life.
Yeah, I get to commentate over John Cena. I don't care about the Legend Killers.
That's fair, actually. Hey, I get to commentate over him too.
I know. How
It's
gifted
fun.
we are.
You're so incredibly gifted.
Here are Legend Killers. Dave, what do you think of these two men?
Clowns. They're clowns. They are just like. In what world is Danhausen a legend killer?
Well, seems to take out legends that are already on the brink of retirement. I wouldn't consider that killing legends, but just getting the last laugh, I guess. But, you know, these two men, I'd say that they're dominant, I'd say that they're scary, but they're only destructive outside of matches. I mean, Randy Orton's coming into this match with 3 losses in a row. Danhausen only recently picking up his first win to make his record one win, 2 losses. But for some reason, whenever it's not in a match, these two men seem to make everyone's life a living hell.
Yeah, in terms of the actual sanctioned matches, these men have not done their damage.
Let's see if they can change that tonight. There's 2 men that they have made the lives a living hell of are Darby Allin and John Cena. But first, we have the GOAT. John Cena is in the building, Dave.
And what a special sight this is. John Cena.
This is an extremely historic moment for me. I've been doing this commentary thing since September 24th. The last time Cena had a match was, never forget, September 11th. And with what's at stake at Saturday Night Main Event, this could be the first and last time I ever get to commentate over this man in ring.
Well, hope that is not the case, as John Cena, with potentially one of his final Emergence matches here in A2C.
Well, I remember when I got upset when I was on the commentary table at the Royal Rumble. I thought I was going to see my GOAT John Cena, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, into the Royal Rumble. Turns out he just got beaten up backstage by that absolute moron in front of me, Randy Orton. But now this is his time to finally get revenge on what these two men have done to him.
And here comes his tag team partner, a man who has earned the respect of John Cena, Darby Allin.
Well, people call him a daredevil. People call him the human car crash, Darby Allin. And what a car crash he has had over recent weeks, recent months. He's trying to make the most out of a bad situation. It was the Legend Killers who took out his tag partner, Jeff Hardy. And we still have no guarantee on the return date of him. If he was to actually return, it was stated it would not be any time in the recent future. So Dave, if you were in Darby Allin's shoes tonight, would you be more happy that you're tag teaming with a legend like John Cena? Or would you be angry at the Legend Killers, trying to seek out revenge, trying to even damage them in this match?
For me personally, I'd be upset that I don't get to team with Jeff Hardy anymore. I mean, that's the one that I always preferred as a kid. But
Hardy is also a legend in himself.
Exactly. But now Darby is teaming with potentially the legend in John Cena. There are not many men who are bigger than Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect. But it's now main event time here on Emergence.
Can't quite believe that John Cena is in the ring in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. And this match is one for the ages.
And Cena with a drop kick. That's the first move that Cena pulled out of the bag. GOAT still has it. Orton with a Russian leg sweep. Of course, those two have a storied history together.
The thing that gets me the most upset about the Legend Killers being how they are is the fact that both these two men are actually incredible competitors. I mean, Danhausen especially, he has the accomplishments to be proud of, but just the way he acts is just not the right way to go about things, is it?
That's not the right Danhausen. That's not Danhausen to me. Danhausen's the guy who curses people. And, you know, it's very nice, very evil. But it seems that Danhausen has lost his way as Darby Allin with the clothesline onto Danhausen. And now he's got... Damn! Orton just spikes Cena right on his head. He might not make it to Saturday night's main event.
Well, for his own safety, I think John Cena wants to try and do as much damage to Danhausen before Saturday night main event, but Randy Orton looking to end this match quickly. Over for a pin on Darby Allin, big kick out at 1.
Now Danhausen is talking shit to his Saturday night's main event opponent, but Cena counters that, and now Darby counters that. Orton has a trash can lid. Oh my goodness, tried to throw the trash can lid onto Darby, and now Orton with a big shot to Darby.
It seems that we are getting a lot of Danhausen on John Cena action in this tag match so far.
And now Orton is picked up by Cena. Electric chair position. What a move there. And Danhausen just completely spinning Darby around. And Danhausen setting Cena into the bottom rope. Goodness.
I don't actually know how Randy Orton got up from what John Cena did. Whacked his head on about 3 of the turnbuckles. Darby Allin, beautiful cross body.
And now Cena is calling Danhausen up as Allin had a maneuver on Orton there, but that was no good. Oh my goodness, what a shot there from Allin. And now Cena with a back body drop onto the trash can lid. And now Cena with a combination on Danhausen. He Uranagis him into the trash can lid as Allin boots Orton the hell out of here.
John Cena and Darby Allin, I mean, a weird pairing, but they seem to be doing pretty well as of right now during this match. Darby Allin now calling up Danhausen, John Cena and Randy on the outside. Oh my, Danhausen.
Allin, what were you about to do? I saw that. Don't think I didn't see that. What were you about to do? We'll have discussions about that later. Cena with the belly-to-belly suplex. As
Danhausen trying to sneak it. But...
no good there as Allin was right there. Now Danhausen on to Allin. Those two have very similar builds. As Cena with the sunset flip powerbomb.
Beautiful from John Cena now dragging Randy Orton to the center of the ring.
Dragging him away. Maybe could have been looking for the STF, but that is no good as Cena with the Fisherman suplex onto Randy, and Danhausen now has a combination on Darby Allin, and now Cena, Darby, and what is happening? Oh my goodness, what a boot from Danhausen taking down John Cena, and Darby with the roll-up onto Danhausen. Could this be enough? No, it is a kick at absolutely nothing. Oh, and now Cena. John Cena. Oh! What a suplex there from John Cena, as now Cena is looking to go to the top rope. Cena with the top rope, 5-knuckle shuffle onto Danhausen, and Orton immediately attacking Cena, the low blow.
Well, Randy Orton was doing whatever it takes to take down John Cena, just put him out of the match for a moment. Darby Allin managing to fight off Randy Orton for now at least. Now heading to the outside for a springboard maneuver, calling up Danhausen. Big. Danhausen looks to have just caught him right out of the air.
No, and now Cena with a monkey flip onto Danhausen. He's looking to cover him. Randy Orton is now coming to and breaks up that pin. And now Cena and Orton with a classic rivalry here. There's the boot from John Cena. Cena now onto the outside, and Darby with the swanton onto Danhausen. Shout out Jeff Hardy as Cena is calling Danhausen up. Oh my goodness, but Randy stopping Cena for what he could have been thinking there, as Randy now stops Darby too. Look at this. Danhausen with the foot DDT onto Cena.
You can really tell the hatred between Danhausen and John Cena. We've seen it all of this match. Big coffin drop from Danhausen using Darby Allin's move. Randy Orton, unluckily, not able to pick up the win there.
and here goes Danhausen. Danhausen, he's looking to set up for his finisher there, but Cena with the counter and the chop block.
The focus tonight is Danhausen and John Cena, the lead up to that.
Oh my God, Randy's going to bury John Cena. Randy Orton is burying John Cena with the shovel, and Darby Allin said, "You are not burying my GOAT Stun Dog Millionaire." Down goes Orton, and the what are you doing? Okay, he's grabbing the trash can lid. It sends it into Danhausen, but that's no good. Darby with the crucifix driver onto Danhausen. Cena and Orton are down and out in the ring, but Cena now has Orton right where he wants him, looking to drag him away, but Orton is probably going to get up the moment that he lets go. I called that immediately. And now Danhausen and Darby on the outside of the ring. They're exchanging back and forth. Cena, look at John Cena, attitude adjustment onto the shovel. Here's the cover to put this away. And no, it's a kick out at 2 from Randy.
Well, John Cena has not lost anything now using the weapons. The last time John Cena was in a ring, he only won by disqualification when Danhausen and The Rock went after him.
Oh my God, the second time. It's the second time. John Cena's gonads have been hit for a second time, and Danhausen with the double axe handle onto Cena. What is Danhausen looking to do to John Cena? He's got his arm, and the knee on the arm there from Danhausen, and now Danhausen with the elbow to Cena. Cena's nuts are cooked, and now Randy's going to do his super sneaky move by banging as hard as he can on the canvas, but until Darby clocks him with the trash can lid. And now Darby is covering Orton. Danhausen might not be able to make it back. Oh, but Cena tried to grab Danhausen, and he does. Look at John Cena. Whoa, my goodness, trying to go to the AA.
RKO on the trash can lid. Out of nowhere, John Cena immediately breaking up the pin.
Now Cena setting Darby into our official poor woman as Danhausen with the counter there, and Darby's been hit by a trash can lid.
Randy Orton and Danhausen seem to be in control right now. John Cena's on the outside. Danhausen misses the mark, and Darby Allin big drop kick. It looks to be Darby Allin looking to get some weapons. Randy Orton's there waiting for a hockey stick. No.
We are in Canada after all, and Randy now assaulting Darby with this hockey stick, and he's going to hit Cena with it too. The hockey stick is broken over John Cena. And Cena now being sent away into the corner. Danhausen with the getting hit by a crucifix driver from Darby Allin. Cena trying to send Randy back into the ring. It's no good. So Cena's just going to get in the ring his damn self, and Randy's going to clock Darby with your partner is out there. John, what are you doing? John desperately wants Randy to get back into the ring, and he does. Randy has a sledgehammer. John dodges it with a smart move there, but now here goes Randy Orton. Vintage Orton setting up John.
Vintage, finally. It takes like 4 years to actually do the move. Danhausen
getting hit by a Stun Dog Millionaire. And now Darby going to get back in the ring. Now he's going to grab another weapon. What's he got here? Darby has a bat and throws the bat at Randy. And Darby with a poison rana taking down Randy Orton. Now here's the cover to put this one away. Danhausen is out cold on the outside, kicking one.
Randy Orton kicking out at 1 at this level of the match. Actually, it doesn't really surprise me. Randy Orton is, actually, he has got 3 losses in a row. He's been pretty good in the ring.
And now Darby with the springboard coffin drop onto Randy Orton. And here goes Darby again. Darby again with another coffin drop onto Randy Orton. Danhausen is being assaulted with a sledgehammer by John Cena. Here's the cover from Darby, and Randy Orton kicks out at 2.
John Cena busted open Danhausen in the process of that pin. Dead press from Randy Orton, but John Cena, it could be
John.
time.
Is he going to be able to hit it? He's not going to be able to hit it, but but Randy is going to hit the RKO onto Danhausen, and now John. Why didn't Randy try to stop John or go for the cover or anything? Because he wants to steal steps. Or not.
Getting more and more action-packed. There's so many.
Oh, here we go. It's locked in on Danhausen. Is Danhausen going to tap? Where is Randy? There's Randy. He finally broke it up.
Oh, John Cena was finally trying to say F you to Danhausen, but he manages to. It gets broken up by Randy Orton.
Oh my goodness. Randy almost RKO'd John, but Darby actually saved him there.
The littlest of touch managed to help his tag team partner. I know that Darby Allin is a tag wrestler alongside Jeff Hardy usually, but again,
and John's gonna try the 5-knuckle shuffle again, but Danhausen counters. And Danhausen with a low blow to John Cena.
People are saying this man doesn't have the balls to put his career on the line. He certainly doesn't have any balls anymore.
Oh, and look at this, the disrespect from Danhausen, hitting John with his own move attitude adjustment. Look at Darby. Darby.
Danhausen out the ring, big suicide dive taking out Danhausen.
And Darby and Danhausen continue their exchange on the outside. They're getting further and further away from being members of this match. Cena and Orton are still at ringside here. Cena is now coming too. Randy tries to go for the RKO, but it's been countered. It's been countered. Oh my God! The AA was countered into the RKO.
What a sequence!
Oh no! Oh no!
Punt kick
by Randy Orton onto John Cena, and Randy Orton has put away John Cena.
What a sequence, what a reversal from Randy Orton, the AA into the RKO, into a punt kick, really taking John Cena's head off. Danhausen, alongside his teammate, manages to get the last laugh before Saturday Night Main Event.
The last laugh has been captured indeed. We will see you on Overkill.
Farewell.